I had pneumonia, and it wouldn't go away. And I went back, I was on a couple rounds of medication, and my doctor suggested I get a chest x-ray. And my chest x-ray came back a little funky. And so, never in a million years, I just thought I had really bad pneumonia. So they said, let's send you for I can't remember if I had the biopsy first or the PET scan. I can't recall how that goes, but I had both of those done. And I was at Penn Medicine with a couple of my children, and the oncologist came in and said, you do have lung cancer. And of course I was shocked, but he said, and of course one of my children said, what kind of lung cancer? And he said stage 4. Well, as you can well imagine, all of us were just, blown away. I immediately went into shutdown mode. That's all I had to hear. I had lost my husband previously, so I didn't want to deal with one more thing in my life. So I did. I had myself done. I was done. Nobody lives with stage 4 lung cancer. So it was devastating. My children thought it would be a good idea because they could not really relate to what I was going through. So there was a virtual group which I joined, and I've been on ever since. It's been a couple years. Joining the Zoom group has given me hope and strength and courage, and the encouragement that it's real. Everyone's so real, and they're going through the same thing. And that old strength in numbers is so true, because I get so much strength. I've shared more with my group than I have shared with anyone, even my children. Sometimes you don't want to put that on your kids. My kids have dealt with enough in the past 3 years. So everybody on my Zoom can relate to what I'm going through, and we all encourage each other, whether, like I said, we're crying our eyes out because we had a really bad day, or I went out and had a great day, and you share that with. Getting my treatment, I know, is number one. My number 2 thing is my group, because that's as important as getting my treatment. That's my mental and spiritual treatment, where your state of mind works hand in hand with it, because I just know for my past 3 years, I had 2.5 years of really bad depression. I was always sad, and this past probably a little more than 6 months, I think I've turned a corner where I know where this and this helps everything out that's going on. So I try to stay in a good head, and a support group keeps you in a good head. You really need that. Like I said, your mental health is so important to your whole well-being. And that's what I've gotten from my support group. 3 years later, here I am. I never in a million years did I think I would be sitting here doing something like this, which is kind of, a little nerve-wracking for me, but I hope that someone hears this and says, I can do that too, because you can. You can, with the support, with the right support.
My name is Thomas, and I'm a prostate cancer survivor of 3 years. My baby sister died from cancer in July. My baby sister. My father died from cancer. You know what I'm saying? So now my baby sister died. So I say we all get checked. I'm the oldest. The only thing they find wrong with me is a hernia. I had the hernia pushed in October, but the pain is insane. And in January, I go to the hospital and they tell me that I have cancer. And I'm like, impossible. I've had the thing down my throat, the thing up my butt, but nobody found it. You know what I'm saying? So I end up in the hospital. None of the doctors would tell me. Like, all these doctors are coming in all day. Finally, the doctor that did the surgery came in and said, Tom, they think you got cancer. And so do I. And I don't know what to do, So I'm walking by here, and I'm walking by here, and I'm walking by here, and I'm reading the flyer upstairs, and I'm walking by here. Finally, one day, I just walked in. I found the courage to walk in, and like I told them who I was, and I told them what I go through, and they go through the same stuff. It's not male or female. It's the feelings that we go through. It's not being able to sleep at night, not because you're worrying about paying your cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not wake the hell up. Without the group, I'd be lost. I truly would. I would have no one to talk to, understand. It's a hard ride. You know what I'm saying? So scheduling my medicine around the group gets me here. I know that I found some place where I feel like I fit in. Cause I need this to make it through to the next week. You know what I'm saying? It gets me up, it gets me dressed, it gets me wanting to feel good about myself.
My name's Erin. I am 47 years old. I am originally from Sutton, Massachusetts. I live down here now. I am a social worker in the community. I assist individuals that are experiencing homelessness or at risk of homelessness. I was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer last May. It was actually like the Thursday before Memorial Day. But initially when I thought, oh my gosh, I just got diagnosed, I'm 46 years old, I was literally like, I'm gonna lose my hair. And I have a lot of hair. It's fun up there, but you'd be surprised at how much is hidden up in that bun. I'm gonna lose my hair, and then it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna get fat from chemo. So not only am I gonna be like 46, but I'm gonna be bald and fat. And I'm like, I can't even, that was like my first thought, but it was just like superficial fears, you know what I mean? And then being I'm a very independent person, and then the idea of oh my God, I have to rely on other people to take care of me, or I have to ask people for help was a lot, in my overall scheme of things. But that day when I got diagnosed, I was at my office. I was working. It was I'm still in the middle of my work day, and I got the call, and it was I have to go. And I just left. And I finally was at that point where I was through everything, and I realized I had a great support network, but what I didn't have was somebody that had been through it. So I came to Women's Night. That was my first group I came to. It was a Wednesday. And I came in, I didn't remember the build up, I signed up, and then the build up to come, even coming here, I was upset and emotional, because it was I'm joining the community. I'm finally admitting and a part of it, and it's putting it out there in a way. It's been something where I can go to, and it's just people that understand this side of my life. It's not about me being the social worker or me being any other part. It's just this part of my life that I have people that understand and support me, just based on that. This is something I'm going through, and you get it. We talk about not just cancer. We talk about other parts of our lives, and it's great because it's just nice to have other people to talk to that understand how cancer impacts other parts of our lives. It's kind of nice to have other people on the same boat.
My name is John Daly. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm 28 years old. I'm diagnosed with stage 4 alveolar soft tissue sarcoma. It's a rare cancer of the connective tissue between your muscles and bones and all that. I was diagnosed with this about 3 years ago. I have several tumors inside of my hip. I have a literal pain in my ass, under my ass, and several lesions inside of my lungs, as well as a nodule about the size of my fist. Then I have these two on top of my head here. This big one, and then this pretty little doll. I have a very can-do attitude, real strong will kind of thing going for me. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's scary. I try and stay optimistic and positive. But yeah, it's the fear of the unknown. It's not knowing if you're gonna if this treatment's gonna help, not knowing if if the treatment will actually make you feel worse. Going through this cancer journey, it's scary. It's a lot. It's hard. The group definitely brings different perspective. They're going through the same thing that you're going through. They might have tips or tricks or info that you normally wouldn't get from, Googling on on your phone, or even asking your doctor sometimes. because your doctor will give you the facts, right? But there's something to be had from actual lived experience that you wouldn't get otherwise unless you went to a group. I'll admit it. I am a stubborn person. I don't like to ask for help, but honestly, I've been working on asking for more help because I need it. You know, it's rough. It's hard having cancer. You know, there's a lot of pain, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually. You know, you're not alone. I think that's the most important thing. You're not alone in this journey. You know, you go to the group, you have them. Those people there, it's like it's awesome. It's good. It's great. It feels like family almost. I could talk to any of my family or friends about what I'm going through, but they'll never fully understand what I'm going through. They couldn't even relate to what I'm going through. There's a kind of connection that you can't make anywhere else that you get from when you go to the group. And I think that's very special. I think it's awesome. Whenever you share your story or when you hear others share their story, you know, you're like you glean little bits of wisdom from everyone. And just sharing your story, it's very cathartic. You know, it's nice having someone to listen to you, and then you could possibly be helping someone else out at the same time. You know, like when you're in the group, we all care and love each other. We listen to each other. You know, it's great. It's really a great place to go to. Whenever I talk to people about my cancer journey and stuff, I hope that, you know, they'll be able to relate or find something from my what I have to say that'll help them to keep going or to at least have a better day than they were having earlier.